Hi there, Linda Behrens here. I want to talk to you a little bit about the lens that we use for understanding individual differences, which is called essential motivators. It has been known in the past by many and still used as temperament, but we like the name of essential motivators because what it gives us is very, very important information about our very deep core psychological needs that need to be met. And that is what really motivates us to be all that we can be, to feel good about ourselves, and to grow and develop. So this lens is, there are four basic patterns. I'll share some here with you. And so we have the improviser, the stabilizer, the catalyst, and the theorist. And one essential quality of that pattern are these core psychological needs. And we each have all of these needs, but in what order? So one of these needs is really our home base, and not getting those needs met will trip us up the most when we find ourselves stressed. And so we have improviser, stabilizer, catalyst, and theorist, very different hungers, if you will. So for the improviser, that freedom to act without hindrance and to see a marked result or some kind of impact from that action, that's really crucial. They will go to great lengths to be able to do that, and often wind up in situations where that's exactly what's needed. A stabilizer wants a place to contribute and to have a sense of that I fit in here, I belong, I have some solid relationships here. And they have a hunger for responsibility and accountability and providing safety and stability for others, well, and themselves as well. The theorist is a mastery of concepts and knowledge and competence. So they want to be knowledgeable and competent and to have mastery over that. So if they don't feel like they have mastery over themselves, they don't feel so good about themselves. So that's about understanding the operating principles of the universe and to learn or develop theories for almost everything. And then put those theories to use as well. The catalyst has a core psychological need for meaning and purpose, to have a sense of deep purpose, and that life has some meaning, that their lives have some meaning, that the organization even has some meaning and purpose. And that meaning and also to have an empathic connection with others. And so this meaning comes from having that sense of purpose and working towards some greater good. Now, we can relate to all of these. There are different times when different needs will surface, because we need them all. But one is home base, and what really contributes to what is attributed to Maslow in the hierarchy of needs. And I say attributed to because I later read that he really didn't endorse something this structured, but it's a very useful little framework for us to think about our needs. So our very basic needs here are secure, physical, and that's what we're doing with babies. We're helping them meet their physical needs, security, and love, to feel loved. And so that starts from birth and is ongoing. It's not like, oh, well, you enter a stage where you don't have those needs, but they're primary. They're the kinds of things that make us feel human, if you will. And then he also identified self-esteem needs, that we need to feel good about ourselves, and self-actualization needs. Now, if we look at these needs in relationship to essential motivators, we can see that physical security and love is sort of baseline for everybody, and that for each of the essential motivator patterns, there are different psychological needs that are going to contribute the most to their self-esteem. So if someone has an improviser pattern, they're going to get kind of more bang for their buck in terms of their self-esteem when they're in a situation where they have the freedom to act and to make an impact. Whereas the stabilizer, that may not be so important to them, except at certain times in their lives. That's not what's really basic, but they have that need too. They want a place to contribute and to belong. So they have this need to be making a contribution and to help people and to create stability and safety for people. And the theorist has that mastery of concepts, to really master the concepts, to understand things, to know things, and to find ways to put those to some use for people, to share them, and that they feel the best when they're able to do that. And for catalysts, meaning and purpose, empathic connection are what will, when they're able to do that, and in a situation where that is valued in some way, and they can see the value that it is valued, then they will feel good about themselves. So each of us can have these needs at different times. And we all have a need for meaning and purpose. We all have a need to master some concepts and be competent. We all have a need to contribute and belong. And we all have a need to be free to act and make an impact. But where is it in your hierarchy? Which one of those would you put at the top and as the very most important for you? Or maybe you put it at the bottom as the foundation for you, however you want to arrange this in terms of figuring out what really fits you. Thank you for joining me, and stop by innerstrength.org for some more information. I hope you enjoyed our little chat.